fall, I got so depressed that my Netflix account tried to raise my self-esteem. My Netflix, like, not only am I watching Netflix enough where it gets to know me as a person, it decided I needed some cheering up. So it kept giving me these categories to choose from, like mind-bending cerebral movies. Like it was saying, hey, come on, Dan, you're a smart guy. And I look at the movies in that category. It's all conspiracy theory movies, documentaries about pot that I've already seen. Oh. You guys do the pot? Yeah, all right, cool. I tried the pot once. A bunch more times after that. Remember one time, got really high by myself because I'm awesome. And I got too high, I got the fear, you know, like I didn't know what to do. I forgot I had nothing to do and that's why I get high. That's what happened. It's 2 in the morning, I was alone at my house. I go outside to smoke a cigarette. My neighbor, right across the street, standing in the middle of his lawn at 2 in the morning, staring at me. He picked then to do that. This isn't like a thing. So, like, I'm nervous. I'm like, oh, fuck, this guy knows how high I am. What am I gonna do, you know? I actually had to roll a cigarette because of poverty and Obamacare and the government, I don't know. And all of a sudden it dawns on me in this moment of clarity. I'm outside at 2 in the morning to smoke a cigarette. He's outside at 2 in the morning to stand in the middle of his lawn and stare at me. He's totally the weird guy in this situation. I'm not doing anything wrong. This guy's an asshole. So with renewed confidence, I look straight at him, and he looks straight to the ground. And I can literally watch him thinking, fuck, this guy knows how high I am. What am I gonna do? Potheads have pretty bad ideas. I don't know if you've heard my set so far, but one thing they're good at, though, potheads are good at picking religions, I feel like. You know, they gravitate towards Eastern philosophy. They gravitate toward Eastern philosophy. Buddhism and Taoism and such. I'm not going to try to say it again. I'm just going to say falafel. I know it. Philosophy. You drank as much as me, you know that's an accomplishment. They gravitate toward that kind of stuff, and you think a pothead ever converted to Catholicism? Some stoner hippie on his quest for truth, you know, he's just like, yeah, I never thought of life as being some crippling burden that I should hate before. Makes a lot of fucking sense, man. Like a pothead converting to Judaism. I'm gonna cut off part of my dick. I mean, look. It's 2013. I think we're all in agreement. We all know that pot should be legalized and God is dead, right? But here's why heroin should be legal too. Stay with me. Heroin should be legal because I've never done heroin. Despite the fact I could totally get heroin right now if I really wanted to. This is New Haven. I know exactly where to go. I take the train here. Every time I walk from the train station to Cafe 9, on some level, I decide not to buy heroin. I make the call. I think there's solid heroin. The conversation never really goes past, hey, big man, what you need? Maybe am I being judgmental? I don't know. Maybe I should let him keep talking. Hey, big man, what you need? Magazine, vitamin water, umbrella. We got a great store here in the housing project next to the train station. Come check it out. Heroin, we got heroin too. It's a great place. I'll never forget, Anyone ever done temp work before?
Yes.
Okay, like 5 people, good. I took a temp job one time for this really shady temp agency. And I knew it was shady because they make you take a questionnaire before you can really apply. And one of the questions on this questionnaire, one of the first questions was, how would you best describe your crystal meth use as of late? I'm not exaggerating, this is the exact wording. I wrote it down in shit. The first option, there were 4 options you could pick. The first one was, I do not smoke crystal meth. And then there were 3 other things you could pick for a job. And my favorite one, it ranged from, moderate to extreme. My favorite one was casual. I'm a casual meth smoker, I run into some friends at a bar, smoke a little meth, maybe wind up at the diner, I don't know. It's a fun Saturday. But you know what I always say, stop me before I kill again. Now, that's what I call a ham sandwich. So I'm trying to get a screenplay together. I'm trying to do some writing. And yeah, thank you. My idea is I write a movie, I send it to Hollywood, they make it into a movie, and I get I think like $500, which would be pretty big for me right now. Right now I'm working on. I want to do like kind of a gritty noir, sort of Christopher Nolan style retelling of the story of Scruff McGruff, the cartoon dog detective. I feel like there's a lot to explore there, like maybe go into his backstory, maybe like he lost a pup to a drug cartel and that's what set him off, I see him as this kind of like dirty Harry, kind of, like really drunk all the time. He's always like picking up whores, but he's too hammered to get it up, so he just yells at them, and, just saying cool shit all the time, like, they told me to take a bite out of crime. They never told me crime would bite back. That's where I see it going. Dogs. I'm a big dog. This is the stupidest segue ever. I'm a big dog lover. I was putting this set together today. I'm like, yes, those totally work together. Any dog lovers here tonight? Okay. I love dogs. I think they're fascinating. They're underrated. They're as smart as 4-year-olds. They understand like 2,000 words. The way they've evolved and bred them. They can read our emotions by looking at our faces, just like we used to do before Facebook and smartphones happened. But that really is incredible. They're the only other animal that can do that, and I want you all to really think about how amazing that is. Then I want you to go home tonight. I want you to take a good, long look at your cat, throw it away. But living with a cat is like living with a raccoon who's boring. Scratches up your shit, scratches you, but you're all like, oh, you don't understand, he loves me. No, you don't understand. You don't have a pet, you have Stockholm Syndrome. I was watching this show one time with my nephew. He's like 11 years old at the time. It was an animal rescue show. You guys familiar with this? Yes? Yeah! Okay. I'm talking to you guys. I don't know if you knew that. It's this animal rescue show, animal police or whatever. They go into houses where animals are being abused. They rescue the animals. This particular episode, they rescued some animals, but they were too abused. A bunch of the dogs wound up dying. Yeah, it was really sad. This is so depressing before it gets funny. Why did I do this joke? Anyway, so a bunch of dogs died. And my nephew, he's 11 years old. He's really hurt by this. He says, well, Dan, I don't understand. Why did God let those dogs die? He's 11 years old. I can't be my usual preachy atheist douchebag self. he needs to think that someone's in charge until he's old enough for like pot and stuff. So I had to think on my feet, you know. So I said, well, kid, you know, God has a plan. He has a plan. And he needed those dogs out of the way. It's like, why? What they do? I'm like, they know what they do. I am a bit of an atheist myself, which means that I don't really believe in a concrete idea of God, and I believe that if you don't believe what I believe, you go to hell when you die. My one writer. No, I'm an atheist. I'm like a non-practicing atheist now. You know, like I just don't give a shit anymore. Like someone that, like, oh, you believe that there's an invisible man who controls everything? That's cool. I thought Freddy vs. Jason was a good movie. We all believe stupid shit. It doesn't matter. We're all the same. We're all the same fucking boat. But I don't think I resent those. There's a saying: there's no such thing as an atheist in a foxhole. You ever heard this saying?
Yeah.
Talking to you guys again. I don't think that's necessarily true. I just think that your standard atheist, words tonight. What the fuck? I just think your standard atheist has more sense and decency than to pick being under fire in a foxhole as the time to preach atheism. I don't, like, I've never been in that situation, but I don't think that I'm gonna be in a foxhole under enemy fire and see people praying and be like, you guys are stupid. No, come on, no. It's all, religion is just the way did Steve die? Oh wow, Steve's dead, all right. Anyway, Karl Marx, he figured it out, bro. So, just open it to the masses. You have more sense than that, be a little more respectful.